Welcome back, guys. Hope you're all having a great day. So what happens when you try to date as a single mother over 30? Let's find out.
Why are you still single?
What's the point? When I like them, they don't like me. When they like me, I don't like them.
Of course, a lot of young men will approach single mothers over a certain age, but that doesn't mean they want to marry them.
I just don't have the energy for this. I am unsubscribing from this drama.
Well. So I thought I was going to find my soulmate tonight at the Oklahoma hotel bar. Guess what? I did not. So I sat down. There was like so many men, like probably like 50. And I was like on my laptop, like trying to look like, diligent, like, okay, doing my thing. Not one man like looked my way. And I like looked up and was like, okay, Dana, close your laptop. Like, don't look like preoccupied. They might think that you're busy and they want to approach you. And so I did that. And then I was like, like just sitting there with my glass of wine. I like probably had like 16 glasses of wine, just like trying this like theory out. Just kidding. But I had a couple. Nothing. And I like,
I don't think she had only a couple, but that's not the problem. Why do you think that men don't approach her? Maybe is it because of current society? Maybe is it because of the fact that any woman can stream harassment if you approach her?
looked like open for like business, nothing. And then I was like, well, maybe there's like rings. I'm trying to like eliminate every excuse other than like, I don't want to be a victim here, but like I'm not the one to be approached because maybe it could be my looks. And yesterday, like I got more looks.
She's not that ugly, so why do you think men don't approach her? Is it because of her attitude? Is it because of how she dresses?
From guys, and I thought maybe, okay, I had straight hair yesterday and I didn't have this like oversized like sweater, but I have on leather pants and panda dunks. I mean, come on. And I guess this is like God saying like, hey honey, your man ain't in Oklahoma. And I knew this all
Of course, instead of taking accountability, my man isn't in Oklahoma. She has to move.
along, but like damn, rejection wound like coming in hot. But they would be getting in the way of my like takeout fried green beans and my Pamela Anderson documentary that I've been needing to finish. So thank God that I didn't get approached by any man.
So what do you guys think? Why didn't she get approached? She is a pretty woman. Why won't men approach her? Let me know down in the comments.
I'm at the stage in my life where I want a husband, but then I think, okay, there's no way I can get everything from one man, right? It's like I need one guy to bang me, one guy to cook for me, one guy to make me laugh, one guy to build furniture for me. So maybe I'm not looking for a husband, maybe I'm looking for a staff.
I don't know if she's trying to be ironic or funny, but that doesn't matter. What do you guys think her child will think when she or he will see this video in 10 years? What will he say about his mother?
So what's the number one trait that will make a man totally respect you and see you as a woman of value? That is the core belief that you have options, that you are looking for your ideal.
No, that won't make a man see you as a high value woman. If you have a lot of options and a lot of men hanging around you, you won't give that impression to any man. A man wants to feel as special as a woman does. He wants to know that the woman he chose also chose him, and she had eyes for him, not for him and another 100 men.
Match that you are totally worth working for.
I don't like competition. If I were to date a woman and I know that she would date 10 other people, I would just give it up. I'm not going to fight over a woman. There are lots and lots of other women. If I talk to you for a few days and I tell you my opinions and you see how I think, and you still want to go on multiple dates with multiple men just to see who's better and to fight amongst each other for your attention, I'm not that guy. I'm not. I don't have the time for that.
That you are totally discerning and very selective, that you're not picky, and that you...
A man that isn't picky, that has no standard, isn't a real man. A man that just will pick any woman is just horny, in my opinion.
have such a keen understanding of this at your core that you really don't put up with any kind of shit. And you're nice about it.
I think this is not a problem with women. This is a problem with simps. Simps that try to compete with one another to see who can buy the most flowers, who can take her on the most trips, who can buy the most gifts. And they compete with each other for women that aren't worth your time or resources. That's, in my opinion, that's the biggest problem in society today, because women won't change. Women won't change until men change, until simps stop acting like simps.
Has anybody ever seen that Sex and the City episode where Miranda's struggling with her weight and she throws the cake away and then she goes and eats it out of the trash? And she even like calls Carrie and she's like, hey, you might be doing this, but I just ate.
I think that's the problem with most modern women. They saw Sex in the City and they think that real life is just like that, but it isn't, ma'am. It's not real life. Those were actors.
Ate cake out of the trash. And I used to be like, yeah, heard that, Miranda, you know? And so like when I'm overcome with like exhaustion or emotion or anything, I would just sit there and process and numb myself with, you know, some pub cheese and wheat thins and fall asleep on my couch. And then come 2 o'clock, I'd make my way upstairs to my bed and then wake up the next morning and beat myself up for gaining 2 pounds and calling myself a fat piece of shit.
Good, that's what I do. If I see I gain weight, I look in the mirror and say I'm so fat I need to go to the gym and I need to work out more and I need to run more.
You know, that's what...
It's not a problem to want to improve yourself. Why is it a problem to want that? Only in the Western society it's a problem when men or women say that we need to improve ourselves. I think everybody should improve themselves. You shouldn't go through life at your current state and be at your current state now the same way in 10 years. I think you should always try to improve yourself. Always.
What I have done for fucking years. And then on top of that, I would be, when I was sitting down there with my pub cheese, I'd be scrolling on Hinge and I would let guys tell me that I was pretty because I felt like I wasn't worthy enough.
Yes, they need attention and validation.
Of anything. So I needed somebody to validate myself and tell me that like you are good enough. And then these guys that I thought I was not good enough for would want to plan a date and I would not plan a date because I thought that I was too fat. And so it was just like, Dana, like it was the battle constantly. So I was like, you know, we're going to break up. We're going to break up with food when we're feeling like shit and when we're tired. And then we're going to break up with men validating us. You're going to validate yourself starting now. And so I've been on this like journey and like I gained 10 pounds. I gained 10 pounds because I was like, I had to let go of the stigma of food. But tonight,
You should not have relationships with food. You should have relationships with people. But that doesn't mean you should just give up and gain a bunch of weight.
I am overcome with exhaustion and emotion. And literally my last desire is to go get a blueberry muffin and to numb myself. And I'm just telling you, that is victory and the beginning of a brand new life for me.
That's the problem with modern society today. They all want to get participation trophies without making any effort. They all say that you don't need to improve yourself, that you should love yourself, that everybody should love the way you are. You shouldn't improve yourself. But that's not correct. You should always try to improve yourself. And we as men know this, because if we don't improve, everybody will let us know that we're not improving, that we're a piece of shit. But women can go through life without having to do any of those. Even if she gains 100 pounds, she will still find a simp to take care of her.
This is the best comment I have seen. Yes, we're choosing cats over you. So what does that say about you? It's true. Like, women now can be independent. We used to not be able to be independent. We had to rely on men, but now we have the option to not be with them.
But ma'am, if you want to get a cat and die alone, men won't stop you.
So we can be picky. We can be choosy. I don't care if I'm single in my 40s, 50s, 60s. That's fine. I'm not going to be miserable with someone I don't like.
What did I tell you guys? They all want the high value man. They don't want to settle, even if it's a man on their same level. They rather be alone than settle with an average guy. A guy on their level.
I don't have to be. I'm independent. And some of you have heard, well, those are masculine traits, but why does that matter? If I can do it all and I want to, why not? And when I meet my special someone, I'm sure my femininity will come out and it'll be great. But for now, give me all the cats.
That's an excuse that only women can say. Even if she's too masculine, she will say, well, you're not masculine enough for me to show you my femininity. No, ma'am, you're either feminine or you're masculine. I can't be feminine sometimes and just wait for the perfect woman to come along to bring out my masculinity. It doesn't work that way. We as men can't make that excuse. I can't wear a dress and say, oh, today I'm feeling so feminine. No, you're either feminine or you're masculine.
Feeling particularly generous tonight, so I'm going to give you all some free dating advice. If you find yourself in the position of dating a single parent, more specifically a single mom, the best thing that you can do is to plan dates. That does not mean asking
The best thing you can do, guys, is don't date a single mother.
them, what do you want to do on Thursday? That means asking them, hi, on Thursday, I'd like to take you to this restaurant and do this activity.
No, you can't say that because most single mothers are very busy and they have to find a babysitter and you have to ask her first when you are free.
9 times out of 10, unless there's a very specific reason that they do not want to do those things, they're going to be so excited to have someone plan it for them, because I have what's called decision exhaustion. And what that is that I make all the decisions for myself and my 2 little monkeys 100% of the time.
That's why you need a man in a house. Women are not equipped, most women, not all, most women are not equipped to handle making decisions every day. They can't play the role of a mother and a father. That's why you have to have a man in the house.
Where we eat, what we do, where we go, all of those things. The time frames of everything, the decision is on me. So in my personal life, the nights that I take off from parenting, it is a stress relief to not have to make any decisions, but rather show up and just give you my bubbly personality in its entirety, you know? So you're welcome.